can hear them, but promised to find these last time. Welcome to the launch pad and my dramatic lighting that I just set up. I'm Laura, my name is Penfriend in certain situations. And these are the 4 strings good that I was talking about. Just feel really grateful, please, that I haven't wheeled out the school violin for this evening's performance. My parents might have some rose-tinted memories of those times, or not. I played that instrument for a long time, but we will not be doing that this evening. I've put together a set of my ukulele songs from my however many albums, 5? Is it 5? And my husband Tim is not here today, so I've got 2 dogs wandering around in the launch pad, so if you hear some chewing noises, it's not me. Right. This is well old. About. I said there's nothing left. I said I didn't believe you, that I'd rather be done with this and go back to bed. but there's always something in the way. Now these words are salty and sweet, and my force field is flickering, is flickering. My camera is not focusing on me. One sec. This will help, I think. Ugh. There we go. Follow me, camera. Because no one's in the house to tell me if something's gone terribly wrong, I'm just going to check your comments. As always, I've checked and checked and checked before the show. But sometimes things change, don't they? Things come unplugged, etc. Let's have a quick look. Let me know also where you're beaming in from if you haven't already had that conversation, and what drink or snack you've brought with you. Oh, it's okay. No one's saying that everything's gone wrong, but I am enjoying your ukulele puns. Please continue, and I will read them afterwards. I will not get distracted by them in this moment. So yes, the ukulele is an instrument I picked up in 2008 from a shop in East Dulwich / Peckham Rye, which is where me and Mr. Benji, my first and most wonderful, no offence girls, dog lived together. And I think it cost £20. And I was looking the other day, I was like, I need to buy a cheap one abroad. More on that later. To make some stuff with next week. And they're like 40 quid now. What? Things have changed since 2008. My favourite jam has gone up in price. But that's more recent. Anyway. Guess my favourite jam. There's no prize, apart from knowing that you guessed my favourite jam. This is Seashaken. Voices randomly breathless, gotta get off of this sinking ship, but the water's deafening. I'm still dreaming of drowning, trying to escape this relentless planet, but my dreams are paper thin. Tuck the violence in your pillow, serve the silence, but don't swallow all the tears. Wishing these days could be over, going to bed when it's light outside, and I flew 10,000 miles. I'm seashaken and screaming, doing my best, but I've got to go. if you're brand new here, please say hi in the comments. If you're not subscribed, you have to subscribe because there were some trolls once and it was really annoying. So click that subscribe button and then we can have a chat. I'm going to play 2 more songs and then I'm going to look and see if you've asked me any questions and have a bit more of a chat. And then I've got a bunch more songs as well. And yeah, the ukulele, it's just something that I felt quite stagnant in my songwriting in 2008. I'd been trying to make an album for so long and I thought it would never happen. And for some reason, walking past that music shop and seeing this colourful red, it was much smaller than this, like a little soprano cheap ukulele in the window, it just inspired me. So I paid my £20 and I took it back to my flat and I sat on the bed and I just played around. And the very first notes I played, because I'm a guitarist primarily, well, bass player then guitarist, was this chord here, which is like an A minor, I'm not very good at the notes, an E major shape on a guitar. I played that and then I went, what happens if I go like that? This is literally the first thing I played, right? And a song was born. And I will play it later, I'm not going to play it right now. But yeah, it was that easy to get started on it, and that's why I love the ukulele. So I've made a lot of songs, heavier songs or big arrangement songs with strings and harp and piano and bass, guitar, drums, everything. And I will always come back to this instrument, I think, because it's just so full of joy. It's so accessible and it's so fun. And I've managed to write a lot of quite sad songs on it using all of the same chords. So that's very nice. So it's something I might make a video about it for the channel actually, because I'm convinced that like all of the songs use between them about 10 different chords maximum, and it would be quite funny to go through them. Funny for me. But I did vary my ukulele playing a little bit with this song. This is a song off the same album as Seashaken. The album is called Exotic Monsters, and I'm currently working on the follow-up to that one, and there will be ukulele on that as well, at least 2 songs, because it's just the best. I love it. Rain on my cheeks, so tired of pretending I'm getting lost again. Sea legs are weak, the tide's never ending. Capsize, my only friend. I'm going nowhere. But I'll come back to you. Lift my head out of the blue. Ink on my wrist, a sign for protection. My skin, my only shield. When every note's a cry for affection, those bruises never healed. I'm going but I'll come back to you. Lift my head out of the blue. Yes, I'll come back to you. Lift my head out of the blue. Oh, 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 yes, I'll come back to you. Lift my head out of the blue. Yes, I'll come back to you. Lift my head out of the blue. Sweetheart, drink up, be all you dreamed of. Goodbye is not bad. There's more than what we had. Sweetheart, you're not mine, and that is just fine. Don't call, don't write, I won't be ready to reply. I wish you the best. But there's nothing left for me. Good night, wake up, be all you dreamed of. I realise I'm not introducing the songs and telling you what they're called or what they're about, but I'm just really out of practice with that, I think. And I always feel when I go to see shows, which admittedly is not often, because I'm terrible in crowds, if someone was to say, here's a song about me going to the bus stop with my girlfriend, and then the song was called Going to the Bus Stop with My Girlfriend, and the lyrics went, I'm going to the bus stop with my girlfriend. It's like, well, I've sort of given it away. I just credit you with way more perception and intelligence, perhaps, than the person who tells me about the bus stop song might think about me. If you ever want to know more about the songs, you're very welcome to ask me. But I also think that I obviously know what the song's about. I put the song over there, you take the song in and you make it about your thing. So that's why I tend not to talk about that before I play the song. But that song was called The Best. I can't remember which album it's on. if anyone knows. Direction of Travel? Possibly? No. Yes? No, it's not, is it? Yeah, it is. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I could be here all night having this conversation with myself. I'm going to play one more song and then let's have a chat. Please put the word question at the beginning if you have a question. And I will do my best to answer it. If it's reasonable. I've actually had some really nice emails lately. I've had 2 really nice emails from people. Last week I had an email, not a nice email he thought it was nice. Someone decided to send me an email telling me that I shouldn't play my gigs this way. I should play it with a full band always, and he should be the drummer. And I thought, wow, that's a curveball. I haven't found time to respond yet, strangely, to that. It has been fun playing with bands in the past, and this is also fun, and this is what's happening now. So there you go. That's just what it is. If anyone's wondering what's going on with all the vocal layers, I have a loop pedal on the floor. I'm just assuming that you all know everything and you don't need me to say anything ever again, which is possibly ridiculous. I have a loop pedal on the floor. I haven't done seated looping much, if ever, so I'm a bit awkward, to be honest. But it's down here. I can see it. It's just in the right position for my foot to press things. So when I do things like I could sing la 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 la. I mean, I wouldn't do because that sounds bad, doesn't it? But that's what's going on down here. The clanking sound. It's my foot hitting the loop pedal. What I'm hoping not to do is push it all the way across the other side of the room by accident, because then I won't be able to play it properly. This song is called Paper Thin. This is definitely on my album Direction of Travel. I mean, is it? I think it is. It doesn't matter, does it? I was very honoured to have Tanya Donnelly of Belly, The Breeders and other bands sing on it with me, which is amazing. And I'll never get over it, basically. It's great. I'm in the woods, I blame the bad weather. A flood of tears, I drift without a shelter. I started thinking, where is Luna? And I forgot the lyric. You love it when this happens, though. I always get messages going, oh, I'm so glad you forgot a word again. And I'm like, damn, did it on purpose. I blame the bad weather. A flood of tears, I drift without a shelter. Reduce my world to things that I have worked for. I lick my wounds and wonder if I can mend the year. Awake, no sleep till I make black dreams dissipate. I heal myself with friends and conversation. Some time alone, a sober celebration. I was told I feel things too much, but I know it hurts to be touched. Ooh, I crashed down, I burned out along the way. I'm a sunny day with threat of thunder, threat of rain. Ooh, I crashed down, I weather. I've really trapped myself in here tonight as well, which is why I was late starting, because I had to find a way through this situation. But I'm here now. Oh, thank you very much for your lovely claps. My sister's here. That's nice. Hello, Julia. Oh, maybe it's not my sister. Maybe it's my niece or my nephew. Talking about loop pedals. Oh, Tim's here. Hello, Tim. I hope that was in time, because I've got these headphones in and one of them had fallen out ages ago. So it's going to put it back in. The thing is, this isn't... I can't even say that I miss playing shows where someone did the sound for me, because every time I turned up with a loop pedal, I could see the person's face fall. I just didn't like them. Most people I worked with were not into them, found lots of excuses to for reasons that it wasn't working. The amount of times people told me your equipment is broken, it was absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, although it's a faff to put this all together, I don't mind. I really don't mind. Someone's mentioning the Boss RC30 loop station. That is indeed the one I use. It's really good. Really good. I think they're all quite old now. They haven't made any new ones for ages, but yeah. It is a year since the Obey Robots album was released, a collaboration album that I produced and co-wrote with Rat from Ned's Atomic Dustbin. And yeah, it was on the weekend, was our first anniversary of that album coming out. That just shows how time flies. And I'm very proud of it still. Very excited that people enjoyed it. And if you can see these little things here on my shelf, maybe you can, maybe you can't. This is how I can always turn things up to 11, because they're my #1 trophies from the official charts for being we were #1 in the independent albums chart, #1 in the downloads chart, above Gary Newman. I mean, what is going on there? Thank you for doing that. That was all you, not me. I mean, I made the record, but you know what I'm saying. Loop pedals are indeed unforgiving, Caroline Mackenzie. I hope that's not prompted by something I've done terribly wrong. I couldn't hear because I only had one headphone in. I credit my confidence to go and make my own solo comedy / storytelling / music show at Edinburgh Fringe in 2015. I credit that to having had lots of bad experiences with my loop pedal. Human error, I would say. Can't really blame the equipment. I got quite good at making a joke of it when it went wrong, which was quite often when I was starting out using it. Probably the same amount of time I've had a ukulele, actually. Michael Record, can't believe people who email or contact to basically go, you're wrong, do this, I'll accept, thanks. Yeah, it's really strange, but it does happen quite regularly. Oh yes, Douglas Robertson asks, is the ukulele easier to learn and play than the guitar? Way easier, yes. Like I said, you can just play a chord. I mean, you can play a chord with one finger. There's a nice chord. Also, it's much smaller, it's lighter, it's really approachable. It's a friendly instrument. I think George Harrison talked about it being a friendly instrument as well. That's where I've got it from. Oh, Brian Mills has mentioned the Sheeran artist. Oh. Yes, can you imagine what it's like turning up to a gig when you've made your so individual music and someone goes, oh, you've got a loop pedal just like Ed Sheeran. I'm like, oh no. I mean, he is quite well known, I suppose. Hello, F-Bomb. The doggies are underneath my desk at the moment. I actually brought treats up for them, but they don't seem to want them at the moment. They're just having a nap. I must have lulled them to sleep. Dan Thomas Music says, I love when artists talk about what the song is about on stage and their headspace when they wrote it. It can really deepen the experience. If it's done well, I'm sure it can. I could probably practice doing that to try and do it well. Good point. Stephen Falcon asks if I'm interested in or influenced by Hawaiian music. No, I've never heard any Hawaiian music. With all due respect to Hawaiian music, I think it's quite uplifting. Possibly there might be some melancholy bits. I just wanted to make super sad music, so I used it as if it was like a tiny acoustic guitar in many ways. But I would love to hear some, so if you have some recommendations, do let me know, because I would love to learn more about the instrument. Hello, Shelley Jane, down the road. And I don't seem to be able to scroll back any more than I have done. Okay. I'm going to see if there's any questions at the end here. Bruce Morton Cox. Okay, I'm going to clear this up once and for all, because people ask me all the time, and it's like, it's very flattering, obviously, but maybe I should just say it. So are Obey Robots ever playing live? No. It's a recording project. There was never any intention to do a tour or anything. To be honest, there are many reasons I haven't played live in front of people in a room for nearly 5 years. The main one is it's too expensive. I cannot afford to go on tour anymore. It is unbelievable how much time and money it costs to do it. Apart from the fact you have to like put together a band and lead the band and all that, it's just absolutely impossible. Even solo touring, I can't afford it, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for asking. Thank you everyone who said they want us to come play, but we can't do it. So I wish things were different. Caroline McKenzie says Sheeran took Katie Tunstall's thing and drained all the character out of it. I've tried not to listen to his music. It's not really my thing. Who are your influences, asks Nature Miracles. That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about it for so long now. I was super into grungy American bands from the grunge era. Belly as well, Throwing Muses, The Breeders, mostly American bands. I was a huge Blur fan when I was a teenager, and I really love their latest album as well. Big Suede fan. I know the two are not friends. Smashing Pumpkins, I was really into them for a while. Not anymore. Just weird stuff. Lots of weird stuff. Radiohead are probably my absolute favourite band. But I'm not trying to sound like any of those bands. I just want to sound like me. So maybe little bits of that come out, but I don't know. I really don't know anymore. I try not to sound like anyone. Michael Record asks, after the success of 1 in 1,000, have you learned any marketing methods that will inform how you sell the next Penfriend album? Just the same ones that I used on the Penfriend album, really. The difference with the Obey Robots album was that we had access to more people because of the Ned's Atomic Dustbin fans. So that was really lovely. Hands up if you're a Ned's Atomic Dustbin fan first and you came across me through the Obey Robots project. Lots of new people have come in and listened to my older stuff as well, which is great. And probably spent a bit more money on ads this time because we're a bit more confident of our methods, Tim and I, because when I put Exotic Monsters out in 2021 and Tim helped me with the digital ad stuff to bring people in from Facebook, etc., it's quite a scary amount of money spending money on ads. And I was also still spending money on things like PR, and we spent money on radio. And I would say those two things were hugely wasted, and I've probably talked about that on my video channel before. The ads were the thing that worked. The email marketing to people who are on my mailing list already really worked. So when Obey Robots rolled around, I was like, we know this works. Let's just put more money into it. So we did, and it worked better. So what I hope is that for the next record, I can just be confident again and do similar things. The next record has a big sort of narrative around it as well, which I think is really part of what I do. So I want to tell stories. I want to do that through songs and writing and videos and everything. And so the next record, the one I'm working on now, yeah, it brings all those things together in a really coherent way. And I think even more so than the Obey Robots album. So I hope that it will work out. And I'm working on a piece at the moment which is about how I'm at a crossroads, or I could be perceived to be, or I could decide to be at a crossroads. Sliding Doors is my favourite film, so it's a piece about all these different things together. Because of the success of the Obey Robots album, I could choose to do my big rock record, like my big solo rock record. But I've kind of done that. I did that with Brace for Impact, and I did that with half of Direction of Travel, my albums from years ago. And the reason I launched the Penfriend project and put Exotic Monsters out and use synthesizers and drum machines and stuff is because I wanted to go back to the kind of stuff I was messing around with on my very first album, Disarm, but years and years later with more skills and different life experiences to bring to it and everything. So I'm interested in going more down that path than sort of taking a step back and sideways and trying to just impress people who like 1 in 1,000 and sort of hold on to them. Because I really trust you people to be interested in different things. You don't just like listening to one band that plays all the same song, do you? So what I want to do is really do what I do with every single album, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, which is that I think to myself, if I'd never made any records ever, what would this one sound like? And I'm just going to make that album. So I'm not going to go, needs to have big guitars and it needs to have this and this thing so that people will stay with me. Because they don't have to. It's okay to come in for an album and then go away again and come back later. That's fine. I just want to make the music that is the best music I can make now. And yeah, this is it. The album is definitely shaping up, and it's definitely got a tone, and it's got a story, and it's got a sound of its own. So it's really exciting. Yeah. I don't want to ramble on. Maybe it's not rambling, but it feels like rambling a little bit. Oh, someone else asked a question. I apologise. Okay, so Dan Thomas Music question. I apologise if you've covered this in more detail elsewhere, but how do you make being a musician creating original music work as a living without touring? Well, not touring helps because I never made any money from touring. It always cost me money, it cost me energy, it stopped me from creating new work, and that was the worst part of it for me. I did it very happily for a very, very long time, and then the last year of it, I just had a really bad run of tours with people. It was just not really good. I stopped wanting to be the support band because it was so hard to get people to listen or to even show up to give you a chance at the start of the night. And I've done that before. I've done it so many times where someone's not into it and I sort of make my effort to win the room around. And I did it successfully many times and sometimes not so successfully. And, I only have so much control over the outcome there. It can be very dispiriting. But yeah, it doesn't, good for you. If you're going and playing shows and you're making money from it, I'm really pleased for you, but that was not the case for me. Certainly not when you start adding band members as well, who you have to pay. I got Momentum funding from PRS once, and it managed, it helped me pay for accommodation for band and food and things. And I had nothing to show for the tour myself. I made nothing on it. And I was so angry and upset because I was like, I've worked so hard and I end up with nothing. And so if you look at touring and stuff as promotional activity, then fine, I guess. But who's funding this promotional activity? And to be honest, as soon as I launched my membership club in 2019 and stopped doing freelance work for other people, I just was a lot more careful about where that money went. Because when an employer was giving me some money to do a project, I would spend it on touring or whatever. But now, the money was coming directly from music fans, and it just seemed like a real waste of money to do things that made no sense and left me in a worse position. So that's an answer for you there. Yeah, I do make videos on this channel, obviously. So if this is something anyone wants me to go into in more depth, I'm very happy to do it. I don't want to steal all the romanticism out of what I do, but I also don't want to pretend everything's rosy all the time and not go into stuff that might be useful for other people. Because what I'm realizing more and more is this is my 20th year of writing on the internet, for instance. That I've done a lot of stuff, and I think it's good to share that stuff to help other people along, like I was helped along by the people who wrote stuff on the internet and who I read and stuff. So leave comments. I'm going to read all this afterwards. So if you've got any more questions or anything, then feel free to ask them. It's nice to be surprised by an artist putting out something new you didn't expect. Thank you. I think so too. That's good. Oh, and it's dangerous to ask fans what they want. Oh yeah, no. So I don't ask, I never will ask, no offense, so I will never ask you what kind of music you want, but I will always ask what kind of, kind of talking heady video things you might want, because it's just helpful, isn't it? So don't worry, I've got the music sorted. I'll do that bit. You do the lovely turning up and having lovely chats with each other and making me believe that humanity is wonderful. I really appreciate that. No pressure, no pressure. So yeah, the ukulele, huh? I used to feel like I had to apologise for it and sort of go, oh, don't worry, it's not going to be rubbish. Just really weird, isn't it? But then, silly comments that people say stick sometimes, don't they? There was a guy, pick gone. No idea. Might have to go for a walk and find a plectrum. There was a guy I was working with for a short period of time who said something like, oh no, not the bloody ukulele again. I was like, what do you mean the bloody ukulele? Like I've written songs on it that are sad and that are meaningful to me, and it's an instrument. It's not a rubbish instrument, is it? It's just a dog may have eaten my plectrum. I had loads of spares as well. It's going to sound a bit rubbish without me saying anything. There it is. I put it somewhere safe that I would see. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to give this a whirl. This is a new song. It's not brand new, so I have played it on one of these shows before. This is called The Life of the Party, or Life of the Party, or Not the Life of the Party, or I'm Not the Life of the Party. I don't know yet. I don't know what it's called. When did the light fade out of your eyes? When did the life drain out of mine? Now when the storm comes, I'm ready to run. How do you explain what we've become? Just wait. Don't leave yet. Don't second guess. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light. I'm the light. I'm the light. I dream of a birthday, chocolate cake in my hand, the gentlest fiction from my crash land. It shouldn't surprise me, the state that we're in, 'cause if it's not raining, it's threatening. Don't leave. You've never known me. Just listen. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light. I'm the light. I'm the light. did the love go out of your kiss? Why does it always come back to this? I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I am the light, I am the light. Has anyone managed to count the number of chords I can play on the ukulele? I might watch this back and count them myself. Maybe it's 12, I don't know. Maybe 12. I hope you understand what I'm saying about touring. Just think of the price of a hotel room and multiply that by the number of people in a band, maybe divide by 2 if we're going to share. And then how much breakfast is, and then how much it is to fill a van up with petrol, and then how much the van is to hire, and then how much it is to pay the people to learn the songs in the first place and to do rehearsals, and rehearsal spaces are like 50 quid at least. The last time I hired a rehearsal space, it was £30 ago. Yeah. I don't work in pharmaceuticals, unfortunately, so I can't afford to do these things. Yeah, it's kind of tough. So none of this is this is not your fault. This is the fault of how much things cost, the people who decide how much things cost. And it's just been really hard to keep going in the last 18 months or something. So I'm especially thankful and grateful always to my Correspondence Club members, because when I launched that subscription membership thing in 2019, it changed my life. It meant I didn't have to go back to freelancing, basically pretending to care about things for money. I didn't have to do that for a while. I thought it would be for 6 months, maybe a year. It's now been 5 years, 5 whole years. Although I have just done some freelance work because I was broke. So, but it doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing wrong with working for other people alongside making music. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just has been a dream of mine to be able to do it full time my whole life since I was like 13 years old. So it really is a dream come true job. And so that's why probably it might seem a bit weird how much stuff I try to do, but it's because I'm so grateful and thankful for that time and for that support and that patronage. There are some changes coming to the Correspondence Club soon to make it bigger and better. Not necessarily bigger, but better, more streamlined, easier for me to run. It's going to move to Patreon at the end of March. I've had really great meetings with the Patreon creator team this week because there are a few little things that I need them to let me do so that things can stay the same for you and so that they can be accessible to other people. So that's going really well. I've been keeping in touch with the correspondents about that and getting some lovely feedback about Patreon. I've been running it on my own website for ages, and it's just a real hassle. So it's going to be so much easier to deliver the music to you and to just do other things. It's going to be really like a holiday, as I told them. So if you're interested, if you're not a correspondent already and you're interested in that, make sure that you do sign up. There's a link underneath this video to my website, so you can go and sign up for a free 12-track album and a 31-page zine with some of the best bits from previous Correspondence Club bundles, and then I'll let you know when this new one is launching. It's terrifying to basically cancel everyone's memberships and cross my fingers and hope that they want to come to the new one, but I just have to make sure it's good enough. That's my job, so that's all I can control. other things that I can control. That's how I'm looking at the moment. This song is called Dear Heart. I'm going to play 2 more songs. Some of the same chords that you've heard all evening. And yeah, this song is something I wrote to apologise to my heart for some of the stupid situations I've put us in over the years. Not looking after myself, not having good boundaries with people, not protecting myself from some people. And I just wanted to apologise to it and say that I'm back on board. I'm going to look after it and try and live a long and healthy life. That's what this one's about. Let me know in the comments if that was a good explanation of the song, because I thought I should try and do a good one. Going on in this throat here. That's awful. I can only apologise. Little frog has taken up residence in there, it sounds like. If I ever do the intro too long, it's because I've forgotten the first line. I'm not going to do it again. We'll give it one more shot. down, and so will I. At least I have time to apologize. Dear heart, I was wrong for all the things I put you through. Greasy finger mark stain, you've been neglected, being abused, but I will always treasure you. Dear heart, I was wrong for all the things I put you through. Greasy finger mark stain, you've been neglected, being abused, but I will always treasure you for as long as I get to, till my fingers are turning blue. I will always care for you. Thank you. Well, I think the voice is saying to call it a night, which is handy because this is the last song. I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gigs under the name She Makes War, toured all around the place, all around the UK. I played shows in other countries. It was a wonderful adventure. I wouldn't change most of it for the world. And this is a song I pretty much always played as my final song, apart from occasionally I play it as my first song. But it was always in the set. I don't think there was ever a gig where I didn't play this song. And it's just a really lovely, familiar friend. And so it's a delight to be about to play it for you. Thank you so much for coming tonight to spend time with us all. It is the highlight of my month. And keeps me in touch with my songs, which is something that hasn't been the case for a while. So I really appreciate the reason slash excuse to keep playing my older songs and appreciating them and appreciating you. Need to do this one more time, I think, for no reason at all, other than magic. New music is coming your way this year. I'm going away to Germany on Thursday for about 10 days to kickstart some new songs, recording and making videos and stuff. Most of it I'm going to be on my own on an island called Sylt, and I'm just really excited about it. It's going to be good. It's nice to make it your own artist's retreat. It doesn't have to be on a German island called Sylt. It could be anywhere. It could be, a Sunday in the shed, whatever it is. It's just, that's what it's all about, really. I always said, when I wasn't doing this for my job, I always said, all I want is to create a sustainable, creative life. So now that I have one, I really want to hold on to that. So thank you so much for all of your support. There are free things you can do to help. One of those is to click subscribe on this channel so that you get shown videos. And if you like the videos and want to watch them, great. And I'll keep making them. Another free thing you can do is to sign up for my mailing list and get that free album. And then if you feel like you would like to expand your collection of vinyls, CDs, cassettes, t-shirts, hoodies, or lyric books, please visit shop.penfriend.rocks. And all of the music on there is stuff I've produced. So the Obey Robots album is there, but also my solo music under She Makes War and Penfriend is there too. So All of your contributions are greatly and gratefully appreciated. And this is a song called Scared to Capsize.
Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied.
Oh my goodness me. That actually did happen a few times. That is such a flashback. So what happened there, if you didn't know, is that I didn't turn the looper off, so it kept recording me singing the lead vocal, which would sound terrible, wouldn't it? This is like a vintage She Makes War show now, where that happened.
Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied. I don't think you realize. Wasn't worried by the time, no, the time, but what took you so long? Wasn't bothered by the lukewarm emotion. I played along. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied. I don't think you realize. So you spill your heart all over computer and not to my eyes. Darling, drink your nervous wine. Yeah, I know you're scared to capsize. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? I don't think you realize. I don't think you realize.
Thank you so much. Lots of love from me, Luna, and Albie. They're both still sleeping. And, catch you again soon.